Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Fitness Freak Computer Geek. I've told you that in the introductory part of book review section that I will be reviewing some of the books that I have read in the last decades. Okay, so today I'm with you with the most famous book which I have ever written, that is Rich Dad and Poor Dad. Okay, so in this book, this is I can say most complete book written on financial education ever. Okay, most complete financial self book written ever. Okay, so actually this book is published in 1997 after he has revised this book after 20 years of his publication, first publication, which is in the year 1997. Okay, so in this book Robert Kiyosaki have given you some tips of how to manage your finance, how to become rich. You might be here, everyone want to be rich, but everyone don't have the knowledge of how the money work for them. That's why most of people are poor here in this world. Okay, so he actually divided this book into 10 different chapters, and I will be delivered this book review of those in complete 11 lecture including this, and all the upcoming lecture will be on chapter wise. Okay, so this is just an introductory part. Well, I will provide you brief introduction of what this book is all about. Okay, the author, in the author point of view, okay, what he have written there. When this book was actually published, it was a self-publication book, because most of the publisher he approached, turned his book down, said that you have no idea what you are talking about. And most publishers disagree with the teaching of Rich Dad about money. Okay, but nevertheless he published this book, and it's become most successful book on finance ever written. Okay, so in this book he have discussed about two fatherly figure. One of his biological father who has PhD from Stanford University and work as a government officer. Another dad, his best friend, Mike's dad, who barely completed 8th standard. But yet one dad struggled financially, and one dad become one of the richest men in Hawaii. Both men were strong, charismatic, and influential too. He talk about the advantage of two father have their different view about money. It offered him the choice of contrasting point of view, one of a rich man and one of a poor man. Okay, he simply didn't accept or reject both that point of view. He just tried to analyze and think on what his dads have told about him about money, and use according which is most beneficial to him. So here now I will give you some brief idea about how author compared the idea of both the dads. Okay, according to him, love of money is root of all evil. Another dad view is the lack of money is root of all evil. So you can get the idea how interesting gonna be this book. Two different idea about money, two different person from two different dads. One reason for rich to get richer and poor to get poorer, and middle class to struggle in debt is because the subject to money is taught in home and not in school. It is taught in home. Okay, so most of the people, only 10% of people are billionaire and millionaire in this world. So most of the people, whatever we learn about money in our childhood is from our parents, and most of the parents are poor in their point of view, because they have no idea about how to manage the finance. They would say that go to school and study harder. This is the only way to earn money. But yeah, you can go to school, graduate with good grades and become someone like lawyer, engineer or something, but you will be poor in your financial. You have no mindset and programming of finance, because most of you will only focus on academics, that how to study more harder to get into more and placed in some product based company if you are one engineer, or you become a doctor or lawyer. So here it give contrasting idea that this is not the only way to get money, because to become rich, most of them struggle financially. You would say one point of their time of their career, or engineer, or whether an engineer or a doctor will struggle financially, because they have no idea how to manage their finance. They only depend on company or the government to take care of their needs. Okay, that's what he was talking about. According to him, most of you also noticed that school is only focused on scholastic and professional skills and lack in financial skill. That's why most of the graduate people are struggling right now. And now he again discussing about contrasting idea of two dads. According to one dad, I can't afford this. I have no money. I can't afford this. Another dad thought about that. Think about how can I afford it. Means you are getting the idea what the difference between I can't afford it, I don't have any money. Most of your parents saying like this, that I can't afford it, I have no money. But according to him, this is not the way. His dad told him that how can I afford him? Think, introspect yourself. How can you afford this? Okay, then automatically brain will work to earn more money. Okay, this is the way. Saying that I can't afford it minds laziness. You might notice that proper exercise give you the best health, and in the same way mental exercise will make you more wealthy, especially the financial part. One that said that rich should pay more taxes and fortune and provide all his wealth to poor. This is not the things, because why a rich man will provide all his wealth to poor. Okay, he earned this money by working on himself. He also providing most jobs opportunity here. Why should he give out all his money to poor? Yeah, you must not be poor. You should learn how to earn money, okay, and how to make money work from them. Most of the people in the world only work for the money. They become slave to the money, and they work harder and harder day by day. So they think that if I work more harder, I will earn more money. It is not the case here. Okay, one that say that rich should pay more tax, another say that tax punish those who produce and reward those who doesn't produce. You are getting the point here, that tax punish those who produce and reward those who does not produce. What does this mean? That means that if you are poor, means you are not financially, you are educated person, you are working in a job, then tax will be helpful, taxes will be lower. But if a person is rich he have to pay a lot of taxes. So this is one to convey here, rich dad want to say to him. Okay, this is all rich dad about to give his lecture when he was 9-year-old till he become 39-year-old. Okay, still till the rich dad found that now he need no more education on money, he have learned everything. Okay, another thought is one that said that study hard so that you can find a good job in company, and another that say that study hard so that you can get a good company to buy. Okay, see the difference here. One that only taught him to work for company and study hard and thus work for company and become slave to money. Another that taught him to work hard so that he can buy this company itself. Okay, so there is the vast difference finance, you are getting it. And in another contrasting example, he said that one that talked about that when it's come to money, play it safe, don't take risks. Okay, and another rich dad taught him that you learn to manage the risks. Okay, don't scared of risks, that there is risks, my money will be lost, I shouldn't invest in this or that. This should not be case. You should learn how to manage the risks. Yeah, there is risks everywhere, but we should learn how to manage the risks. This is the contrasting view of the both dads, which he was as a young kid of 9-year-old getting in his mind. Okay, so imagine the scenario of imagining the thinking process, what's going in his mind. Okay, you really shape your mind according to the things you put in your mind. Okay, there is book also, one book also the author have discussed in this book, in this book also about this think and grow rich. He told about that, put the positive thinking in your mind, positive way of how to earn money, and you will definitely become rich. He has prized lot about this book in his book. Okay, this book written by Napoleon Hill. I'm gonna review it in some other video. Okay, according to one that house is your biggest asset, this is your biggest investment. According to another that house is not your asset, it's liability. Okay, don't consider it as asset, you will be regret later. Okay, so I will discuss this thing in some chapter. Here discuss this briefly about how to not consider your home as an asset, but rather consider it as your liability. Okay, he will discuss about to become rich. There is simple things, just make your assets and pay your bill according to the assets. Okay, I will be discussing about in subsequent chapters. Okay, don't worry about this, how the assets work for you. Okay, how to everyone should work for their assets. Okay, so one that believe that company and government should take care of all your fund, like providing pension, PF fund. Another that to how to become a self-reliant financial person. Okay, you don't depend on any government or company to pay for your finance. You itself will so listen to pay for your finance. So because of this thought, one dad struggle to save few dollars, and one dad create investment. This is the difference of rich dad and poor dad. We will discuss it. One dad also suggests him to write good resume so that he can be hired by some good company. Another dad taught him to write strong business and financial plans so that he could create a job. Okay, so see the difference here. One dad taught him to write beautiful resume, to attractive resume, so that he could be selected by any product based company, another company. Another dad talk about just learn to write business and financial plans so that you can create job. Okay, so this is the difference between a rich and a poor person. Okay, and really the thoughts shape your mind. Okay, so the poor dad, his poor dad, which is the actual biological dad, always used to say, I will never be rich. Always referred himself to a rich man, that he think that I am rich. He always still in his mind that he is rich, and rich These people don't do these type of things. Okay, so here you can see the difference between the everything comes from your mind. If you think that you are rich, you will be rich. There is difference between being rich and being broke. Being broke is temporary, but being poor is eternal. Okay, being broke is some temporarily, you have some money problem, but if you think that you will poor, you will be poor for your entire life. Okay, that's what you discussing in this topics. So rich dad always told him that I don't work for money work for him. Okay, so there is great so much powerful thing in this statement. Talk about some poem. He was talk about the poem by Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken, which you might have studied in your 9th or 10th standard, that there were two roads. One road where this crowd was choosing, and another road which is a separate road, which was contained some thorns and struggles. So most people choose the first road, but you should choose the second road, because it is self-sufficient road. Most people didn't want to choose the second road. Why? Because they don't learn how to manage the risks. They are scared of the risks, that they might get poor, they might lose something. So money come and goes, but if you have education about money, you can handle your finance. Okay, money is not matter of fact that it is with you in some day, and it will be vanished from you. Okay, so you should have education about money. That is the financial education that he will discuss in the subsequent chapter. So that was the introductory part of this book. Okay, I will be now discussing about in the next video about the first topic, lesson 1 of the Rich Dad and Poor Dad, where the story began when he was 9 years old in Hawaii. Okay, so thanks for watching.